N'golo Kante picked up trash as a boy and now he's a world champion. The footballing world already adores N'golo Kante for his incredible work ethic and tactical awareness. And he has very quickly established himself as one of the best defensive midfielders in the world. If it was all possible, his story will make you fall deeper in love with the man. N'golo Kante's parents migrated to France from Mali, West Africa in the 1980s to seek greener pastures in France. N'golo Kante was born the 19th day of March in 1991 in Paris, France. So he was born to relatively unknown parents and from a poor family background. Unfortunately, Kante lost his father at the age of 11 and worked tirelessly as a garbage picker to add to his family income. The life of the poor family made Kante willing to work hard more than watching a football match. He only watched it when there was a bar or a cafe that shows it on television. But one day N'golo Kante's decided to be a football player when there are many youth clubs standing around at his house. As a refuse collector, Kante would walk for kilometers around the suburbs of eastern Paris, looking for all sorts of available ways to collect and deliver to small recycling firms, all in the name of quick cash. Can you imagine this? Knowing fully well that garbage picking would continually make his family poor, Kante sought out alternatives to financial freedom and a sure future for himself and his family. After then, N'golo Kante graduated from cleaner to sugarcane seller, where he goes from street to street to make sure he earned a living. Kante is a hard-working guy, he deserves to be great in future. Until eventually the 1998 World Cup gave him its own story, Kante began to learn the meaning of football. At that time, the French national team was really amazed. It was very special for Kante as the French squad at that time was filled with the names of immigrants such as Zinedine Zidane, Lilian Thuram, Patrick Vieira, and Nicolas Anelka. And through their participation, France has managed to win the title of world champion. Besides starting to learn football through the 1998 World Cup, Kante, who is actually a scavenger, had managed to reap a huge profit from the World Cup. Every day he could gather so much waste from the tourists who visited France, and all that garbage left by football lovers around the world had become very valuable items for N'golo Kante. Soon after the 1998 World Cup, Kante, who was still 8 years old, was really dreamed of becoming a football player, so he joined with Jeunesse Sportive Cernès in the western suburbs of Paris. After entering the academy, Kante became a popular player in the team, but there were so many people doubting his capacity to be able to survive during 90 minutes for his small stature. Kante was 3 years younger than us, yet he was already playing with us. We were playing against a local team and he came on 10 minutes from the end. He was smaller than anyone, yet no one could get past him. A former teammate François Lemoine had recollected in an interview. His lack of stature was actually his own advantage. He learned how to be a good scavenger with his small body. Day by day, Kante grew up along with his academy. And some trophies were successfully presented by N'golo Kante. However, there is one most outstanding thing about him, and is that he always avoids celebrations every time his team wins a championship. During his initials, Kante always showed the makings of the player that he is today, working relentlessly and showing his aptitude for reading plays in the middle third of the pitch. However, it was claimed that because of his small stature and modest presence, he was not on the radar of many of the big youth setups in France. Unlike most modern-day superstars, Kante was never picked up by the youth academy of a professional football club. He had talent, but his size and personality seemed to work against him. N'golo is not somebody who tends to stand out, so at a trial he was invisible. That was Pierre Ville, the director of Cernès, told the AFP in 2018. His career did gradually take off as he moved to France far north to sign for Boulogne-sur-Mer at the age of 19. Soon he was playing for his first team in the 3rd division, and then he joined Caen in 2013, helping them win promotion to Ligue 1. After just one season in the French elite, Kante moved to Leicester aged 24 in 2015 and was one of the stars of their surge to the Premier League title in 2015-2016. He then left for Chelsea, where he has continued to star, right out to being the man of the match in both legs of the Champions League semi-final win over Real Madrid. As soon as he signed for Boulogne-sur-Mer, I knew his career was taking off, says Helmut Kiel. There, on France's Channel Coast, Kante left behind nothing but good memories. What was really striking was his desire to keep progressing. He was like a sponge, absorbing all the advice he got from his coaches. remembers Christopher Raymond, who coached Kante in the club's reserve team between 2010 and 2012. We sensed he had potential, but it would be lying to say we thought he could go as far as he has. It is a view shared by his old coach back in Ruel. He has come on so much. Over the last few years he has taken more and more risk. He gets forward more, and he's now one of the best players in the world. It was humility and hard work learning his troubled youth that helped these miniature midfielders achieve early greatness with a small youth team in the western part of Paris. The former Arsenal manager and Premier League legend Arsene Wenger described Kante's performance as unbelievable, while some other pundits believe that Kante's might well be in the contention for the Ballon d'Or award. Kante continues to remain a favorite in the dressing room because of his simplicity. He's also become a sort of a pop culture icon for stories about him choosing cycles over cars, or buying a rather inexpensive mini hatchback, or standing in the corner when his team is celebrating because he's too shy. Whatever it is, it's brought him to the summit of the football world. I'm sure you already know N'golo Kante with everything you've heard about his story, but now I'll share 4 interesting facts that will make you love him even more. Number 1. He was too shy to grab the World Cup. As you heard, having helped both Leicester and Chelsea win the Premier League in his first 2 seasons in England, Kante then played a starring role as France won the World Cup in 2018. However, despite starting every single game at the tournament, Kante was too shy to ask to hold the trophy, with Steven and Sonsi sorting it on his behalf. Asked about the trophy afterwards, Kante replied, "It is quite heavy and very shiny." Number 2. He refuses to dodge tax. Kante signed a new 5-year contract in November 2018, worth a reported of £300,000 per week, but unlike many other players, he will be paying his full share of tax, having rejected Chelsea's suggestion for him to be paid through an offshore company. Upon hearing the story, Kante's France teammate Blaise Matuidi said, "I didn't really follow this story, but I'm not surprised because it is N'Golo. He's perfect, he doesn't cheat. Well, just a bit when he plays cards." Number 3. He kept his Mini Cooper. Kante, of course, left Leicester for Chelsea after just 1 year, earning a dramatic wage raise in the process, but he saw no need to upgrade his car. In fact, after he was involved in a crash in it on his way to Stamford Bridge ahead of Chelsea's League Cup tie against Arsenal in January 2018, Kante drove it to training 2 days later, with the wing mirror held on by a gaffer tape and the front wheel arc still missing. He also played a full 90 minutes of the Arsenal game, obviously. And last but not least, in the place number 4, we got the fact that he's grateful. All professional footballers have had to work hard to get where they are. But once there, it is hard not to feel that some of them take their job and lifestyle for granted. But Kante seems genuinely appreciative of what he has got, which helps explain why he's always smiling. "We are lucky to be playing football for a living," he told the Daily Mirror in August 2018. "For me, this is what I always wanted to do. To get to this level is all down to Allah's blessing," he said. There are millions of people out there who every day want to get the opportunity to do the work we are doing, and it's a short career. And that is why I give in my all at every given opportunity. To play for your nation on the world stage is worth more than money can ever buy. And I get to do that. So I'm very fortunate. Now Kante has become one of the best midfielders in the world. His name is often hailed by many footballers. His humble figure and never-ending persistence have managed Kante to realize his childhood dream, which is raising his family's social class. N'Golo, we love you and we love your story. So tell us, what did you think about the story of the great N'Golo Kante? For more videos like this, subscribe to our channel and hit the like button. Turn on the notification bell so you don't miss a thing. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video.